So I was about to make a Bleach video regarding some hype new info, but I do want to address something that people are not understanding from what I'm saying. And this is not my before you summon, but it's just a fact of what I'm going to say in this video. Okay. People are really, they're missing the narrative. They're missing my point of what I'm saying. And I think it's good for me to just correct it. And it's not one or two people. I am not getting one guide. So like some people, listen, I'm going to make this very clear. The people I make content for are the people who want to summon for the valuable units. That's it. If you want to summon for your favorite unit, go ahead. Who am I to stop you? Like I said in this video, it's your cubes. It's your opinion on who you summon for, right? You go for it. I'm not stopping that. The thing is, a lot of people, even the ones I have not responded to, right? Constantly skipping for every banner. Just wait for Domainjo or Sukuna. I'm sure by the time Global gets those banners, JP players will tell us to wait for until X unit comes out. Okay. Then we could go down. I replied to some of them. And I think it's most of them that I've replied for. Also, this person just saying, pulling for my favorite character. The thing is, this is another point. This is the third point, actually, that I'm going to talk about. And then we go to the ones that I did respond to, talking about this one. Well, actually, this one's kind of funny. And then there's more just not even here. This one is the one that like really kind of pushed me to really go for it. And there's a couple of reasons. So people are like, yeah, why would you summon? Or why wouldn't you summon? Like, you're only going to go for the next unit and the next unit and the next unit. That's not the fucking point of what I'm saying in terms of skipping. I'm saying you should skip Gojo. Now, what are my reasons? Because you don't need him. You could clear most of the game and all the yellow floors are not that hard. You could just clear mostly with Mahito over time, right? So if you're only summoning for that reason and not because it's Team Gojo, then you could skip. Now, people are like, oh, but you're saying summon on domain Gojo. Oh my God. Okay, so this is the first point out of 3. So if you're gonna reply in the comments right now, only using this for first point, you're dumb. Okay, you're stupid. The first point is that he's a support, guys. Do supports get power crept? No. Like they barely get power crept compared to DPS, right? Blue Gojo is almost washed in terms of the other blue DPS, right? Blue Gojo is almost washed. Yuta has been met equally, right? And like over time, it's going to get worse and worse and worse, for sure, right? For sure. But if we go to support, who's still in SS? Who's still in SS? Yaga. Day 1 SR Yaga. Day 1 Rare Kaido. Month 1 Degumi. Like, this is what I mean. A bunch of these day 1 supports are still there where the DPS don't really match up the same. So Gojo being a support that cannot take damage, considering also that we're moving away from the Gojos in 2025, do you not believe that getting Gojo would be the more valuable option for your account for future DPS? I'm just saying that, right? I'm just saying that. Not even for future, just in general, he makes tower easy. He's the one that really makes even up the floor of 60 just obsolete. So, I mean, everyone's going to want him in general. Don't act like you're not going to want him. He's sick. His animation's very cool. Okay. But then the other points. First of all, he's limited. Tinjo is going to go on the standard pool. This is my second point. Tinjo is going to go on standard. He's not. But the third point, this is the most important point that people just turn a blind eye to whenever I mention this. Because if I don't mention it in every single video, people just forget that it happens, right? Listen, it is, I wonder, like, how, a certain part of it is definitely my fault. But to a certain extent, I feel like I almost expect people to just have a baseline of logic to be like, yeah, but the X or Y thing exists, even if Gikku doesn't say it in this specific video. But it's like, people don't realize, like, there's going to be no pity transfer for Tinjo. And I made a whole video centered around that. I made a whole video centered around the fact that there's probably not going to be, if there is not pity transfer for Tinjo hidden inventory in general, then there's not really as much of a value to summon because you're going to lose out big time if you get lucky. If you don't have to pity and you go to, for example, you go to, like, I don't know, 16 multis, 16, then that means for a future banner, you could transfer for 8 multis of pity. 80 points. You get 80 pity points if you did 16 multis on this banner with the pity transfer. Since there's no pity transfer, you're losing out on cubes, right? Pity transfer could save you up to 30,000 cubes per banner, per pity. So logically speaking, if you're just trying to maximize the amount of units you could get, not even just the best units, just the amount of units you could get, you should be saving everything right now until there's pity transfer. After pity transfer, go crazy. That's been my whole point the whole time. I'm just saying in general, Tinjo is not a necessity to clear the game. Neither is Domain Gojo. If you don't want Domain Gojo, don't go for him. I don't give a fuck. Don't go for him. Is he the highest value unit? Yes. But you don't have to go for him. Okay, I don't care. I'm going to make it clear. Pity transfer is important. Summoning more so unlimited units is important, right? This is what I'm trying to stress. Okay, very, very big. Now, the final thing to talk about, actually, there's two more things, but the main, this is also a bit silly. Like, people are like, oh, but they're going to come out so late. Guys, these units are coming out in May. So, or maybe beginning June. They're close. They're for the half anniversary. They're coming out 6 months earlier, right? So when you consider that, they're not that far away, right? It's a 3 month-ish gap, right? It's going to be about 3 months that, like, if we consider from when Toji comes out, like, from that point, there's going to be about a 3 month gap. It's not like you're going to have a lot of time to save in between. You're going to get a good amount of cubes. I'm just saying in general, it's, like, just going to be more valuable. You know why else it's going to be more valuable? Because the standard banner update is going to be here when Domain Gojo and Sukuna come out. You know what that means? You're going to have more chances to get units you don't have. Junpei, great for tower, debuffer. Momo, right? Yellow Nanami, right? Domain Megumi, Hollow Purple Gojo. So if you're summoning now, you're missing, like, just the outright value is worse. Does that stop you from summoning for Tinjo because he's Gojo? Like, no, you could go for it. Just go for it, right? I'm not stopping you. I'm just putting out the facts. He's a standard unit. No pity transfer. No banner update. No standard banner update. Domain Gojo's coming out soon. Is limited. And he's going to have the pity transfer where Tinjo doesn't. Because Tinjo doesn't have it, it decreases the value to summon on. And the main thing is that because of that lower value, even if he's a great unit, just in general, the banner value, and then also because you don't need any unit in this game. You don't need to have every single unit. You don't need to have every single good unit. It's just not that worth it. I just want to address this also. You did a video like a month ago showcasing how strong and good he is. Now you're saying he's not a necessity. We do realize, like, in terms of this part, what's the like correlation? It could be a good unit and you don't need to summon. It's a PvE game. Your logic for saying Domain Gojo is better don't even work like that. Of course, every new anniversary character is busted. Yeah, but this is a support that's going to have pity transfer. And it's like, I don't get it. Because the two games aren't releasing at the same time. Everything in global is not a necessity compared to the newer characters released in JP. Hence, my point that Giku's logic doesn't work in this way. My point on this is that you summon on anyone you want after pity transfers in. But the thing is with Gojo, he's a support. Guys, supports barely get power crept. This is like my whole thing. The reason why Gojo is such a crazy unit is because support. Like, it's because he's a support, right? Like, sure, there might be units in the future that do better, but he's never not going to be valuable. I could see him being good in like 5 years. He doesn't take damage, right? Until they make long form content that's like 50 like rounds, he's going to be good until then, right? You ult, you get a 300% damage increase. You nuke, they're stunned, right? He's an in and out character that's just too good, right? It's because he's a support. That's my whole logic behind it. But then, not even just that he's a support, it's every other piece of info that I've talked about. I'm literally just like comparing, seeing which one is more valuable over time objectively, right? That's it. That's it. And it's like, which one's going to help your account more in terms of also just summoning on the banner itself. And guess what? By Domain Gojo, standard banner is going to be updated. That's literally it. Now that we've gotten past that, the last point that I want to address is summoning for your favorite unit. I personally, I apologize. I just do not think that summoning for Blue Toto was a good idea. Not because even that it's just, not because it's a bad unit, actually. It's because we're going to get a Shibuya Toto. So unless your only goal on the account is to like really only target Toto, for example, right? The thing is, and maybe he might get buffed in the future. And I'd still say probably is not a good idea. Because we're probably going to get like 2 Shibuya Totos. Maybe only 1, but I could see 2. And at that point, are you telling me you're not summoning for Sukuna, Domain Gojo, all the hype units? You're only going for Totos. I don't know about that. Shibuya is so packed that any unit who has some fucking existence in the Shibuya arc is gonna get a unit. So your Mechamaru fans are gonna be eating. Yuji fans obviously are gonna be eating. Nanami fans, we'll have to see. Nobara, I'm actually not sure. I don't know. Megumi, for sure is gonna be eating, right? All these units that have a unit before are gonna get one for Shibuya arc. And I feel like if you can only get one, like I don't know. It really depends, because in my head, I'm going by this logic. If it's like if you use like 50k to get blue Toto, those 50k could have been put in the future to get a cooler and also good Toto, right? That's kind of my logic. Obviously, there's no problem in getting him, right? You could go for him. If you want every Toto, then yeah, at that point, if you want every Toto, go the fuck ahead. I'm not stopping you there. It's more so that like, if you're going to be summoning for your favorite units and getting some of the hype units, some of the strong units, then prioritize getting the like cool forms, right? That's my thing. Because we're in like the early stages. And like comparing this Toto to like Shibuya arc Toto, I feel like there's a difference. That's my opinion, right? Go for anyone you want. My thing here is objectively giving you the facts of what's going to be better, and then you decide. The minute Pity Transfer comes out, if you want Red Mai, you get Red Mai, okay? That's it. Now that I'm done ranting, I'm gonna go, all right? Congrats on the people who got Blue Toto, right? He's gonna be fun. He's gonna get buffed. He's gonna be even better. You know, it's up to you how you play. I'm just saying, for the people who who like more of the mediocre units in game right now, they're gonna get better forms in Shibuya, and I feel like at that point, that's when you should really pump your cubes into summoning for the Shibuya units, which people might be like, oh, that's so far away. No. Shibuya arc on global is going to be in June. It's not that far away. To me, at least, it doesn't feel that far away. I don't know about you guys, but in a gacha times, it's not really that far away. So, like, in June, we're going to be getting Sukuna. We're going to be getting the start of Shibuya, by the way. Just want to put that out there. Unless they, like, slow down massively, it wouldn't make sense, though. I heard Zanin was saying that, like, Domain Gojo should be around in May, June. So, I'm just putting that out there. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. I hope this clears up the air. Have a great day. Bye-bye.